billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome to today's episode of Sahur Kitchen. Inshallah ta'ala, today I do have a guest that will be cooking for us, but you do remember that this is our farewell season. We're saying goodbye to Sahur Kitchen, and that's, subhanAllah, it's the will of Allah that happens. We've been here for 8 years. This is our 8th year of operation. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. But inshallah ta'ala, let's cook today. There'll be other flashbacks. We want to leave with the best of best memories, and that's why we're doing this special broadcast this year. Stay tuned while I bring on my guests and get this kitchen started. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're right on time. I'm just about to bring on my guest. Cooking for us today is Honorable. He's a big brother. He's been on your screens before. In fact, he's one of our ancestors on the iBeauty family, subhanAllah. You'll know him already with all this that I've put forward. However, I'm bringing on board my brother, Abdurrahman Lekki. He is a management service consultant and facilitator and currently serves as the Executive Secretary of Lagos State Scholarship Board. He's also a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants and a member of Nigerian Institute of Management, as well as Chartered Institute of Personnel Management. Welcome on board, bros me, Twilisa. Abdurrahman Lekki, he's the one cooking for us this morning. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. MashaAllah, alhamdulillah.
Right, before I tell us what we're talking about, let's go through what we're cooking. It looks like a very quick meal.
Yes, so it's today I'll be cooking yam with some sauce. Okay. And the sauce will have a mixture of fish and chicken.
Very rich sauce.
Yes.
Rich man gang.
Yes. That would be a nice one.
We're going to be talking about politics, and as the Muslim participant in politics, it's about time we spoke about it openly. What is this elephant in the room? Why are we shying away from it? What is scaring us away from politics? At the end of the day, we shoot ourselves in the foot when we don't take our seat at the table, right?
Yeah. Actually, I don't think Muslims are shying away from politics.
Okay.
But what I think is that we don't have enough of Muslims and good people in politics. Okay. People tend to have a lot of confusion and misunderstanding on politics. They say, hey, politics it's a dirty game.
Before we talk about dirty game, let's start with Sahur. Yeah. I'm your kitchen assistant. Just tell me do this one, do that one.
Okay. Yeah, quickly. So what I would want to do, I would want to boil the chicken first.
Okay.
And just after boiling the chicken, then I will now start the sauce. Then I'll start the cooking of the yam.
All right. So go on.
Thank you very much.
It is a dirty game.
So
Let's not even joke about it.
Well, if I ask you what is not, where don't you find dirty game? None.
No.
Everywhere. So in politics, there is a part of it that is dirty, just like any other profession. So it's Don't be scared.
Okay.
People are scared because they think.
How much water do you want? A lot or little?
Yeah, just a little more. Just a little more. We'll be fine.
All right. So.
Yeah. So that's it. Politics is generally on its own about how people are governed.
How?
Yeah, it's how people are governed.
Okay.
How you.
Middle.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, so politics is basically about how people are governed. Yeah, so, and whichever community you find yourself, Muslims are also meant to be a part of that community.
You're right.
Yeah, so, so once you're a part of that community, the governance of that community should be interested. What I have known is that when good people are part of politics, over time, the debt, you find it less in the game. So it becomes a very clean game.
I agree with you.
Just
then
like
the norm will be clean people, being upright and all of that.
doing the clean games. But when good people leave the scene, then whatever you find is what you get. So it's just all about doing the.
So in your estimation, you are fully on board. You're in that space. How would you, on a scale of 1 to 10, Muslim participation? Where would you place on?
I think the Muslims have still not done enough. We can do better.
Let's put a number 2. Because I want to put a reality check to it.
No, the truth
Are we
is,
talking
it is
2 over 10, 4 over
it is a
10?
general low participation of people in politics around the world.
Okay.
It's everywhere. It's just not here. You find some countries that are outliers, but generally people are very, very poor when it comes to political participation.
Okay.
You understand the point? Like in Lagos State, we have about 40 million adults that are of voting age, if not more, and about 7 point something million are registered. The total vote is less than 1 million. Total votes about 1 million.
And that's back to the perception. So, everybody thinks it's a dirty game. Anyways, they would impose people on us. If my voice doesn't count.
So the point is this: it's not only Muslims that should participate more in politics. The generality of the people should more involved in politics. Why I personally will be interested in more Muslims, or especially more very good Muslims, get in politics, so that we can change the narrative from politics being a dirty game. Because a lot of more dirty people are involved. But when we have people who want to do the good deal, exactly, people who have the prophetic mindset, who have the mindset of the good for everyone, then it becomes something very interesting for us.
So let me backtrack a little bit.
So can I get the salt?
Yeah, salt is right back.
Okay.
Before you got into politics, caps are you at different times you keep turning, switching the caps.
Yeah.
How did you journey into politics? What prompted or who put you into it?
Well,
who's your godfather? Let me break it down. We know these things now.
Well, my story is very unique. I did not join politics. Politics joined me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was born into politics. I was born into a family. My father was a politician all through his life. Apart from the public service, the only thing he did was politics. He was the chairman of my local government at some point in time.
Okay.
Yeah, so exactly. And I've always been there right from when we were young, seeing him do it, and we did it together. Yeah, so it has always been something that is natural to me. And so when I got interested again, and not even got interested again, right from my secondary school days, it had always been what we wanted to do. And at the same point, when I got to the tertiary institution, I contested election almost all through my years in my diploma years.
So we saw it coming.
So I've always been there in one political position or the other, either as a student union activist or outside of. And in all of it, one thing I've always tried to do, because people say, you find this, yes, in school.
Because you're also an Afghan sheikh, I did not put that before.
Yes, and both of it never disturbed itself. Just like the Prophet. The Prophet was one of the greatest of politicians. Right. And I said it with all sense of responsibility. For somebody to get to Medina, you are the stranger here. You got to Medina, you met all groups of people,
and you just emerged,
and there and then you brought them together. No, come on, let's do a constitution, let's do this, let's do that. And they saw how you have been able to organize them, and they naturally you emerge as their leader. Telling that you can see that leadership emergence. It was a consensus emergence of leadership. And again, look, those days, I don't know of today, maybe just the Godfather you mentioned. Those days, leaders emerged through such selfless service.
Okay, yes, because your work spoke for you.
Yeah, through such selfless service where you were a community leader, a CDA leader, you became a councillor. From a councillor, you became a local government chairman. From local government chairman, you went to House of Assembly. From House of Assembly, you went to.
So you basically rose through.
You grow. You rise through the ranks. Absolutely. So again, that is essentially how it is, and I would always urge Muslims to also get involved in that.
I have more questions. See, this getting Muslims involved, I think the part that I'm not saying, let me say it for the camera, the nuances of no, you shouldn't, oh no, it's halal, it's haram, all those, we're going to look at it when we come back from this break. We're going to quick break, we'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much.
Attention, all parents. Are you looking for an exceptional school that caters to both your child's academic and spiritual needs? Look no further than Imat Schools, Lekki. We are pleased to announce that admission is now open for the 2023-2024 academic session for early years, primary and secondary school levels. Our school offers a unique blend of Islamic and contemporary education with day and boarding facilities. Our 21st century educators utilize modern labs and workshops to ensure that our students are equipped with the skills and knowledge needed to succeed in the future. In addition to academics, we also provide a sports arcade and an integrated curriculum that combines both Nigerian and Cambridge syllabus to give your child the best of both worlds. Don't just take our word for it. Imat Schools was awarded the British Council International School Award in 2021 for our exceptional standard of education. For more information and to enroll your child, please call us at 080-6151-2696 or 070-3424-5368. Invest in your child's future today with Imat Schools, Lekki.
You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, it's Sahur Kitchen. Today we are talking about Muslim participation in politics. And just before the break, I asked our guest the question. I asked him if, could it be that our poor participation is due to us deciding is it halal, is it haram? Because that conversation holds. And in fact, they go all out and tell us you're not supposed to vote, you're not supposed to, and all of those nuances.
I personally think that's born out of confusion.
Okay.
Because there's no absolute position of whether politics is halal or haram. No. It's just something you do out of your being. Somebody just woke up and say you cannot you cannot go into politics. Okay, and I asked the person. I said, okay, but can you be the chairman of your CDA, of your landlord association? He said yes.
Why?
They said, you can be a chairman now. Okay. So when you become the chairman, and people now said, oh, you are a good chairman. We want you to become from our street, want to become the CDA chairman. And they pushed you and you became the CDA chairman. From the CDA chairman, they said, oh, we want you to become our councillor because you are a good person. He now said no. He now said no. So somebody can be the head of a family, you can be the CDA chairman. Why can't he be the councillor or be the chairman of a local government? It's just confusion. That's absolutely nothing. And Muslims whichever community you find yourself, you are supposed to be a part of that community.
This is the first time in my life I'll see white yam being boiled with onions.
Well, that's what I like. I like to put on spice.
I've thought that I love onions a lot, but I've never
you've seen somebody.
I've never
Okay,
seen this is my first time.
Well, maybe we should form an onion lovers community
I
so
love
that
onions. They put onions in everything.
everything.
Overdose,
But not in yam.
but not yam.
Okay,
Just without
okay,
now onions in yam porridge, for example, but not boiled yam.
Boiled yam,
I'll
yeah.
give it a shot when I get home.
Okay, that's
Alright,
nice.
So yes,
Yeah, so there's nothing like halal or haram. Muslims should just put their minds away from that. We can all be involved in politics. Politics is about getting the leadership of your community. And there's no one-size-fits-all method of leadership evolution in Islam. No. Whichever one that is available. Now, as much as, you see, when it comes to such issues, scholars have told us that everything in the muamalat is in our everyday life is acceptable, except what is expressly forbidden. Right. So in this case, everything, politics, voting, they are all acceptable, and there are no express, legislation or forbidding participation in politics. Okay. So the Muslims will just be shortchanging Muslims if we do. So, like I said, it's not only for Muslims, every good people, because leadership of any community is for the common good. Muslims should be involved. Other people, if they are not Muslims, who wish good, if there are standard of goodness, yes, that's what we should be looking at. So that, because at the end of the day, one wants a community that is good for all.
So I like the fact that what you're doing for me now is to disabuse our minds. It's not about Muslim participation.
No, not just Muslim participation. It's participation of everyone. No, that is exactly what I think. It's not really about Muslims alone. It's about every good people. We should change the narrative on politics being a dirty game or a game for.
Crayfish.
Yes, let me put all of the.
And then the chicken. Apple is there. Believe it or not, yam almost done, sauce almost done.
Yeah.
And going straight to the table. So, are there challenges that you face currently in your work? Are there, how do I put this, in your space, are there challenges to your faith? One. On second hand, are there challenges that affect certain decisions that you take, in your day-to-day work as a public servant?
Yes.
You're a public servant, a civil servant, you're a public servant.
I'm currently a public servant. Yeah. But I have not really stopped my civil service work. Okay. So I am both. Okay. I am both. Yeah, so I can say that there's actually no real conflict. Most of the conflict people think of are just imaginary. They are imaginary. What you have there is the challenges you see all of the time. It's about your decision to be good.
Work ethic.
Your own work ethic. Yes, you have a little hurdle here and there. Of course.
As you would in normal office politics.
Yeah, as you would, and you will have to find a way to navigate it. Sometimes you follow.
You need to be Muslim.
No. You follow the path of least resistance. Yeah, it's not unique to. It's just unique to everyone who wants to do what is good. And one of the good things that you can do to help yourself is continue to look out for good people who you can collaborate together, associate with. Yeah, being a circle of good people. It helps to make your journey smoother. And again, no matter how everywhere is, when you maintain that stance of goodness, over time, even bad people
will come to identify you.
Sometimes they will identify you like that and treat you okay, Afa, Emma worry, Afa, Emma worry, Afa. So even when they want to do some of those things that you are not comfortable with, Emma worry, Afa. That's happened to me so many times. That what ordinarily some other people would have issues with, people will say, Emma worry, Afa. So and that works. Because they know you don't compromise, they know They know this. You're not just doing this because you know that's what you stand for. It's what you are. And whatever you do, people will see through. So that's exactly what happens there. So it's not really a. So we just let this cook for some 1 or 2 minutes, then we are done.
Food is ready.
Yes, the yam is almost done, and
chicken sauce is all done. I'll go and
yes.
the table while you
Okay, now
up in the kitchen.
that will be fine.
I have a question for you.
So I think I want the yam to be boiled a little more.
No
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I'll just let you finish up. I have a question. I think I can answer that when I get to the table because I need to go up and set the table.
Okay. Yes, sir.
What is your thoughts around youth participation in politics? Youth, whether Muslims or not Muslims, female or whatever, the youth in particular, and from your experience or exposure, how do they fit in? Are we doing justice? The youth now, are they doing justice? Or should we reconsider participation? I'll go off now. I'll just tidy up here. Let's go set the table. We'll enjoy the rest of the conversation at the dining. Stay with us.
Okay.
You're welcome back. We're set to have our meal. The yam looks so yummy, and because there's onions, I'm already in love ahead of it. I asked a question just before the wedding. It's about youth participation. Generally, from what we know, the way the country is, I'm flashing back to days of the Meji Bank College, for example.
Okay.
And how we all, pulled our weight behind him because we found him as our voice, so to speak. What then happened from then till now? Have we had his likes in that kind of space?
Okay, yeah.
What happened? If we haven't, why haven't we? What happened? How did we lose that, that space that we had?
Yeah, I'm not sure we really lost that much. What I only think is that the youth will need to be a lot more deliberate about their involvement in politics, and also not just being deliberate. They should master the art and the game. The first thing is the youth must erase the notion of thinking some people will hand over to them.
Okay.
Power is ordinarily not served a la carte.
Yes.
Power is sweet. Somebody who holds power don't want to release it. So the methodologies are two. Okay. Number one, mentorship system. Yeah, people call it godfatherism, but sometimes it's not really godfatherism. It's about mentorship system, going to learn, grow, and become, and that is the nature of politics. Look,
so it's very similar to succession planning in corporate entities.
Exactly. Somebody brings you in and you begin to grow. That's one. Then two is that the youth population, they constitute the highest demography in politics. In democratic process, they have the highest voting population. The only issue is that they are not organized. Because of the juvenile energy, they don't know how to, they don't channel that energy properly. But if once the youth, they come together, they channel that juvenile energy, they are organized, they accept the current leadership, and they are willing to take over the leadership in succession gradually. I tell you, the future is here for the youth. The future is already here. And I think we're beginning to have quite a number of young people participation in governance, like the government of the current president, and even in Lagos State, you have a lot of youth in the state assembly, in the cabinet, and also in the federal cabinet. So it's something that's good, and like I said, they should be deliberate about it. They have the highest demography.
So when you spoke about mentorship, and I want to be very specific now, are there coordinated, under each of the parties, are there those coordinated spaces where you can adopt mentors, or mentors can adopt mentees, or even go out and seek out these mentees to grow, because you've just seen that they have...
You see, like I said, we always box politics in a corner as if one ideal exists. In your workspace, do you have a coordinated mentorship program?
We do in my office.
Yeah. It's not a common thing. But then look, for instance, in the party which I'm close to, which is the APC, they have a youth leader, and through that youth leadership, I know a lot of things that happened. Okay. Like some few weeks ago, the Lagos State governor announced 4 slots for past student union leaders. 4 slots in the cabinet, in government, for not even just youth now, for past student union leaders, and they announced it immediately.
That's incredible. So they've been the box in the shoes.
So I can say some parties do have it. It's a deliberate way of bringing in the youth of youth enlistment in politics. Again, sometimes a mentor-mentee relationship is what you cultivate yourself. I have a few mentors in politics, and to a large extent, I think I've benefited a lot from my mentors. So some call it godfatherism. It becomes a godfatherism if a scenario when they lord it over. Yeah. All of my mentors, they do it selflessly, and it has been something very good that I've benefited from.
Thank you so much, Bros, for coming through for us.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure anytime.
Of your participation. Hopefully, you'll also pave the way for more credible people, clean-handed people to come into that space and change the narrative.
To a very large extent, I think that's my goal. That's my goal in life, to ensure as many people, young people as possible, get to participate in politics, and also not just participate, they leave a lasting legacy to say of doing what is good. It's important.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, most welcome.
Don't forget this segment is sponsored by Right Foods Limited. They are the makers of Biggie Drinks, Biggie Sausages, Right Sausages, Biggie Water. They're also the makers of Fierce Energy Drink and Sosa Fruit Drinks. You might want to get across to them and send gifts to your family and friends. Make it a biggie day for you and your family. We'll see you same time tomorrow and bring another beautiful package of Sahur Kitchen. Until then, stay blessed.